Thabiso, I hear you talking about Uguti, once a pirate, always a pirate. So, Velile, Kaya, you grew up in a pirate family.
Funny thing is, I supported Pirates since I was young, and all my family members are Kaizer Chiefs, and so yeah, so when it's time for derby, the house separates a bit, just for that day, But yeah, I grew up supporting Orlando Pirates.
I mean, what is the difference? Normally, you are influenced by your family, especially your dad.
My late grandfather was a huge fan of Orlando Pirates, and he also used to own a football club. So that when my dad told me the stories, that inspired me, and since from then I've been a Pirate supporter, and Chiefs, unlike he, I wasn't into that, So yeah, I was always once a Pirate.
Like where you grew up with your grandfather?
Khatlamping Tembisa. That's where my grandfather is from, but I am from Tembisa, Eliting. So yeah, Fana Sekas.
I was watching a show with your family the other day, and I was like, okay, very interesting. But let's talk about your first. It was your first season, eh? Yes, your first season. How do you reflect back on it?
Well, there were a few challenges, especially coming from the youth side, and coming into the first team, playing with your role models. It's a huge thing, and I've been extremely blessed and lucky, to be able to play with my role models. You understand? So for me, that was a great season from someone coming from the youth, because it's not everyone that comes from the youth development and just starts playing. All I'm trying to do right now is to show our youth system to say, yeah, you know what, it's possible, you understand? And if I can do it, then so can you understand? And I would really love to see them coming into the professional, just to come and get and see that they can actually play in the PSL, Because if you put your mind into it, then you must definitely do it.
So when you got promoted, you also had that feeling of, you know what, I'm not here for myself as Thabiso Monyane only, but also for the guys that I've left behind. So because for me, for them to come up, it's also upon my performance.
True. Yeah, definitely. And when I got promoted, you must remember I was coming from the World Cup. So by then my confidence was high, to say, hey, you know what, you come from the World Cup. That's a very big stage, you understand? So you need to come into the first team and show that, you know what, you actually come from the World Cup, because not many players can say, hey, look, I played the under-20 FIFA World Cup, you understand? So it was a matter of me just coming to the team, doing what I do, work hard, and when you work hard, definitely your hard work will show, you understand? And I was given the chance, on the first game. I remember, I won't forget, it was the 3rd of August, 6 o'clock, Orlando Stadium against Bloemfontein Celtics. That was my first debut for Orlando Pirates. It was a dream come true for me, and right now I can safely say I'm living my dream.
At the World Cup, in fact, even before, even from the under-17 days, we know you more as an attacker. But I know that you would also play as a right wing back. But how did it change? Who influenced it?
Well, coming from the World Cup and coming to the first team setup, it was always a tough one for me, because there was a lot of competition by then, But one of my close mentors, Coach Rulani, he saw potential in me, because he's been watching my games, and we have a chat. We had a chat actually, and we spoke about it, and he said he sees a very bright future in me, So you know what, he said, you can be the best right back, but if you only apply yourself and if you only work hard. And his words are always in my mind, because I know I can achieve that, and I will achieve that, you understand? Because I do work hard, and I will be patient, and with patience and hard work, things will happen for me.
And now, which position do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy this one more than being an attacker?
Well, funny thing about it is now I'm playing more as an attacker. That's my natural position, and sometimes it may feel awkward because I'm used to right back, like checking back, it's right back. But it's something I must get used to, because football, first team football, you must adapt quickly, especially in a big club like Orlando Pirates. There's no time to be fiddling, trying to adjust. You need to get up and running. You understand? So for me, it's something I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to actually scoring goals for this team because that's one of my goals. To help the team achieve its second star in Africa.
And at youth level, you were a goal scorer.
Yeah, definitely, man. I used to score goals. Hey, I used to score goals. I'm in 20. And for me, going back to right back, it was okay. It's a learning curve for me because you never know what the coach might want. You understand? So for me, it was that thing of okay, it's good to be versatile, because you give the coaches a lot of options. You understand? Whereby you're not one-dimensional player. You understand? And for me, it's a learning curve. If tomorrow you can say, okay, this boy can play right back, I can play right back. If you say this boy can play winger, he can play winger. If this boy says you can play striker, I can play striker. I can occupy the spaces, and that's the good thing about football nowadays because you need to be versatile. And that's a really cool thing to me. I'm taking advantage of that.
So what happened? Is it a matter of the coach maybe saw clips of you playing as an attacker and he felt that you can offer him more in that?
Well, I had a chat with him actually, I had a chat with him and I told him how I feel and he's starting now to say, okay, let's see what you can do, and I'm working hard on it because I also want to achieve for the club and for myself. You understand? So I'm working hard, just to make sure that I put in my A game every time I step on the pitch because once you wear that Orlando Pirates jersey, you must know you're representing a lot and millions of people.
And this is also a big year. I mean, you've been to the AFCON, you've been to the World Cup, the big year of the Olympics as well. There's serious competition in that team. You are in that space. I'm sure all of you boys who are in that space, you want to make sure that you make a first impression to the selectors.
Yes, definitely. It mustn't be easy for them. That's one thing I can tell you. It shouldn't be easy for them. They should have a headache while they're selecting the team because one thing for sure, the Olympics is a very, very big stage, and you never know what might happen, because my close brother, I call him as a brother, Lyle Forster. I mean, he's living his dream overseas, understand? So for me, it's a matter of, okay, boy, you need to pull up your socks, and what more bigger stage than the Olympics?
And you and him come a long way, yeah?
Definitely. We've been brothers ever since 13 years from Augusto Palacios. We grew up together. I lived with him, went to the same school, lived with his parents, and he got his first team contract before me. A year later, I got mine, and then he moved abroad, So, there's that competition that he's setting for me. And what more motivation do I need other than him? You understand? So, yeah, definitely, I'm looking for good opportunities, understand? But first, I want to achieve more with this club.
The Soweto Derby is looking very much different now, with yourselves, and on the other side, your national teammates, Noble, Bloom. I mean, I'm sure the boys are excited.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're friends also off the pitch, and sometimes, it's a matter of you get in there and you do your job, We'll see the friends after the match because at the end of the day, it's a game of two halves and you need to fight. You need to fight in there because it's not only football that's playing in the Soweto Derby, as you know. There's a lot of emotions that go in there, and so you need to keep your head level, you understand, and keep going and play as if it's playing your last game. That's a big game, and you must play as if you're playing your last game.
What do you think of Mshini?
Oi, Shinjai. Wow, he's just a phenomenal player, you understand? I played with him under 20 Kwasafa, when we won it. He's just an absolute divine player, you understand? He's very creative, he's always looking for the ball. He's just a creative player. He's just wow, phenomenal.
What do you guys, when you're together, talk about? Do you see yourselves as I don't want to put big words, but as a generation that can offer a lot to South African football?
Well, mostly when we together, we just have lunch, and talk about football, but not mostly football because sometimes, we just want to get our heads off football a bit, because there's a lot going on and all that. So we just chill, and talk. But other than that, it's definitely that main goal, because we also want to feature in the AFCON squad, We also want the South African senior team to reach the FIFA World Cup. And I believe, if not the current generation, then it has to be us. It has to be us. Because we've got so much talent, the likes of Thabiso Monyane, Sipombule, Pakamani Mahlambi, Thabiso Monyane, so we've got so much talent, and we must, it's time that we must show it.
And you guys have been to under 17, some of the beautiful World Cups, going to the Olympics now. I mean, the only thing that's missing there is the senior AFCON and the senior World Cup.
True, and there's a few that have featured, in the Bafana Mfana, and it's very, very good for them, you understand. And that also tells us that we need to push harder, just to get there. So it's basically it's our main goal, you understand, to get there and to feature in the Bafana Mfana senior team.